In this video, we are going to explain the rule number 14, 15, 16, and 17 of the complex, which is about the rule number 14, get on situation, rule number 15, crossing situation, rule number 16, action by giveaway vessel, and rule number 17, action by standing vessel. We're going to explain what to do if we encounter this kind of situation. Let's get started.
We have here two power-driven vessels. The other one is taking her course due east 090 degrees and the other one is due west 270 degrees. So they obviously meeting on reciprocal courses. So first thing they need to do is to establish where the risk of collision exists. To do that, they've got to continue to monitor for a little while. After a while, they've established the bearing between them is not changing. So they know risk of collision exists. They also know that they are inside of one another. They know that they are both power-driven vessels. And remember, in Rule 3, the power-driven vessels means any vessel propelled by machinery. And they know that they are meeting on reciprocal courses. Therefore, this is a head-on situation within the meaning of the rules. As per the first part of the rule, both vessels shall alter their course to starboard so that each shall pass on the port side of the other. Once the port side light is visible from both vessels, they can continue past each other until the risk of collision is over and they're finally passed and clear, at which point they're free to alter background to port and continue on their previous passage. Okay, let's say that we are here in this small vessel and we've seen this large container ship on our starboard side. We just continue to sail and we won't do anything unless we determine that the risk of collision exists. After a short while, the compass bearing hasn't changed, so we know that there's a risk of collision exists. And since that she's on our starboard side, we are the one that have to keep out of the way. We have two options. We could either stop in the water and let her cross ahead, or we can keep going and come around to starboard and pass astern of her. All we need to do is to avoid crossing ahead. In this situation, we are going to alter our course to starboard and continue. And then, when we see the risk of collision is clearly passed, we are free now to alter background to port and continue on our original course. And then the risk of collision is over. In this situation, we are going to place ourselves in the small vessel and then we see the large container ship on our port side. Again, we're going to carry on for a little while and to determine if risk of collision exists. Once we've seen the compass bearing isn't changing, then we know that there's an action to be taken. Since we are both power-driven vessel, the crossing situation rule applies. Since the large container ship is on our port side, it will make us to a stand-on vessel. All we can do in here is to maintain our course and speed, and the large container ship will comply to the rules, and she'll make a bold alteration to starboard. Once the risk of collision is clear, the large container ship can alter back her course freely and the risk of collision is over. So in this situation, we have two vessels on a crossing situation. As always, both vessels have got to continue to monitor until they establish a risk of collision exists. Let's say that the smaller vessel is a container ship and the bigger one is a tanker ship. They need to work out the situation, so the container ship has to give way to the tanker and make a bold alteration to starboard and continue on a course. In this situation, the container ship has taken an early action and the action was substantial and she kept well clear. This situation, the container ship let herself get so close to the tanker and the tanker is now weathered is wondering whether she has to apply the Rule 17 and take action as stand-on vessel. And of course, in this situation, the container ship will alter around and they will be able to pass well clear. But crucially, she hasn't really complied with the Rule 16, so the action wasn't early, so she put the tanker in the crucial situation. So if you are an action-giving vessel, always act as early as possible to not give doubt to the other ship. So, in the first part of this rule, 1. It states that one of the two vessels is to keep out of the way, the other shall keep her course and speed. In this situation, it is obviously a crossing situation, as the two vessels are approaching each other. The small vessel, or the stand-on vessel, so according to the first part of the Rule 17, she needs to maintain her course and speed. The second part of this rule says that the latter vessel may, however, take action to avoid collision by her maneuver alone, as soon as it becomes apparent to her that the vessel required to keep out of her way is not taking appropriate action in compliance with this rule. So this means that the latter vessel being the stand-on vessel, she may take action as soon as it becomes apparent